Welcome to Cafe Racer Garage. I am Dan, and in this video I'm going to share with you how I get that beautiful brush finish that you see on all different metals. Let's get into it. I'm starting on a set of aluminium outer fork tubes and using my belt grinder with a Scotch-Brite belt. There's different grades of belts you can get for these things. I'm just using a medium grade. The Scotch-Brite belts don't actually have a grit as such, but I think the rough one is about 80 to 120, medium's about 150 to 180, and I think it's about 220 for the finer one. To get to some of those little tight spots, you can always get some attachments for your drill. They're never going to be as good as the belt grinder, but they'll get into those little spots for you and just clean it up a little bit better than what it is now. It may seem like common sense, but always try and do your brushing in one direction, which will get you that nice finish. Even if you have to go the opposite direction to clean it up, and then just do a finishing brush in that same direction that everything else is done. So I like to finish off with a belt grinder just to get rid of all of those messy lines and scratches that you get by using the attachments in the drill. So these forks actually have a texture to the outside due to the casting when they were made, but nonetheless the finish still comes up pretty damn good. It's not the traditional brushed finish, but it still looks amazing. There's a lot of machining marks on this part which can come through if I had it anodized, and I want to try and get it brushed finished first and see what it looks like. But even if I was to take it in to get painted or cerakoted, I still want to make sure that it is pristine before I do that. By doing this, we'll get it nice and smooth, and it could even look so good I might even just leave it that way. Unfortunately, that radius is a little bit tight for this, but I have a solution. These belt grinders have a ton of attachments for this exact reason. And you're not just limited to aluminium either. This process will work on mild steel, stainless steel, brass, copper, basically most metals. If you can get a piece of sandpaper and leave scuff marks with the sandpaper, you can do this process I'm showing you and you can get that nice brushed finish. I personally really love this look. In fact, my full stainless steel custom exhaust system I built on my CB750, I did in this exact finish, and I got rid of most of the welds to make it nice and seamless. You'll just have to keep in mind, if you're going to do this on mild steel, just make sure you clear coat it fairly quick, because otherwise it'll flash rust. And all of the other metals, you can clear coat them as well, because that'll lock your finish in and stop it from oxidizing. Also, if you don't intend on putting clear coat on it straight away, definitely use some sort of oil. I like to use WD-40. And if you can wrap it or put it in some sort of plastic, it'll stay like that indefinitely. So these are some stainless steel pie cuts or lobster cuts for an exhaust that I was messing around with, but as you can see, the finish comes up amazing. Same thing with these 90-degree stainless bends. It's night and day difference, giving you that really professional look. So this engine cover is actually off one of my Honda CX500s, and the cooling fins done like this look absolutely superb in my opinion. This one's a little bit tricky because the actual cooling fins taper off on the edge, but it can still be done and it looks pretty damn cool. One of the most common things I use this for is edges when I'm making brackets for something on a motorcycle. The edges are usually cut with a bandsaw, so they're quite rough. So all I use is a 120 grit sanding belt to start with, and then finish off with the Scotch-Brite belt, and it comes up amazing. I'll leave a link to my exact machine in the description below. It's a Shopmate 48. I use it for a ton of things in my videos, like hogging away material, sharpening, polishing, as you saw, getting that nice brushed finish, even sharpening pencils. And if you've enjoyed this video, check out this playlist I've put together of videos just like this one.